What's up, everyone, and welcome to Cracker. Watched Raw last night. I was expecting a lot of different stuff, but it is what it is. I gotta say that girl Paige, though, I thought she was pretty damn cool when she won the Divas title already. I saw that coming, though. But what's interesting is friends of mine were texting me and calling me when they found out the Undertaker lost, and it was kind of, I mean, it was cool, but I was just like, wow, really? My friends, all the texts like, oh my god, are you alright? The Undertaker lost. Are you okay? I'm not going to commit suicide over this, the fact that the Undertaker is 21-1 now. A friend of mine had sent me an article that apparently she thought was real, and it was explaining that Brock Lesnar went off script, and that he was getting fired because originally Undertaker was supposed to win. And a whole big thing, and then it said in the article that they were going to erase the 1 and make it a 0 again. So he's still 21-0, but it was actually a fake article this guy put together and made it look legitimate, but it was actually fake. The real article was that it says that the Undertaker was actually the one who said that he wanted Brock Lesnar to beat him, apparently last minute or something like that. And also, apparently, Undertaker actually got hurt pretty bad. He suffered a major concussion and almost like a broken neck. And I remember reading a long time ago, that's why a lot of people don't like to wrestle Brock Lesnar, because they say that he wrestles stiff. And what that means, I actually have a friend of mine that actually is a wrestler, and he was explaining stuff. He's like, what it is when you wrestle stiff, it means that you're hitting hard. Like, you're supposed to kind of, like, you pull your punches, you land in a certain way where it looks like you're hitting somebody, but you're really not, the way the angle is. And stuff like that. But with Brock Lesnar, I remember reading that he doesn't know his own strength. Like, he'll toss you and not even know that he just threw you, 10 feet in the air and you land hard. Or he'll get you in a spot where, if you move a certain way, he actually will break your arm. Not on purpose, but it's because, you're moving to try to get out of this lock. And he's got you so hard that he just, but, I hope the Undertaker's okay. I mean, like I said, he's still my favorite wrestler, and I hope he's all right, because they said he was released from the hospital. But you got to think too is, he's almost 50 years old. He's 49. So when you watch that match, that's what kind of sucked, is that you could just see that obviously he was hurt. You can kind of see that, but you didn't really know. You didn't know if he was playing that or he really was, but you could just see that he's just done. I mean, it sucks. But it's fact of life. You get older, you can't do the things you used to be able to do. I mean, you go back, you look at WrestleMania 7 compared to WrestleMania 30, and you're like, Jesus, you don't even see it as the same guy. So it sucks. It sucks that it was kind of a crappy match. It's kind of a crappy way to go out. And another thing is, a source of mine, which like I said, I'm not going to say, was saying that this whole thing with Sting was supposed to show up last night. Apparently he was at Raw, he was at WrestleMania, and they're all saying that he signed with McMahon and they're waiting for the right moment, and they were saying that it was supposed to be Undertaker versus Sting at WrestleMania 31, and that was going to be his last match, and Sting's last match. It was like a dream match they always wanted to do, and that was it. Like, Undertaker said he wants to wrestle Sting, Sting always said he wanted to wrestle the Undertaker, and originally the plan was that Sting was supposed to destroy the streak. But apparently, I don't know if that's still going to happen. Well, obviously not the streak, but if they're still going to wrestle. But I think it really looks like the Undertaker's just like done, because he's got major injuries from a long time ago that he's still suffering from. And then the bone problems, the bone cancer thing that he got rid of, hopefully. And now this, it sucks. But he's already going to headline the 2015 Hall of Fame. So whatever's going to happen, it's going to happen soon. But, like I said, there was a message on Raw where somebody had sent that when the streak was defeated, when it was done, that the guy's childhood ended. And that's how I feel too, honestly. When I saw him lose, it felt like my childhood was over. Like, I'm like, all the people I like that wrestled, they're all gone. Like I said, they're all either dead, retired, and that was kind of like the last little itty-bitty bit that was, deep inside. You're like, I used to watch, I think I was 10 years old when Undertaker first came out and was in WrestleMania 7, I think it was. And it was 10 or 11, yeah. And I've been watching Undertaker ever since. And every time at WrestleMania, you're like, oh my God, yeah. And it was another funny thing is because during WrestleMania, my friends would text me like, oh, he's not going to lose. Come on, he's not going to lose. They're not going to make him lose. He lost. And I sent text to my friend. I'm like, you bastard. I think you jinxed him. But anyway, let's get off of wrestling and move on to something else. We actually, my fiance and I, weren't supposed to, well, we weren't supposed to, but we weren't planning on looking at a house yesterday. And our real estate agent, now, it kind of sucks, because now we're in a contract with her, which we didn't see that coming. She had to sign these forms, stating that if we don't get a house within 6 months with her, that we still have to pay her for the entire time she's gone around and showed us houses. So that's a kick in the face. But, yeah, that was kind of a sneaky little thing to do, because when she was showing us a house that we were bidding on that was already sold, or, in contract, she had us sign this contracts, that, we're going to get you a house, but if you don't get a house, whole bunch of crap. My fiance's pretty pissed. But, and she keeps sending us, like, houses that are, like, so far out of our price range. We keep telling her, like, listen, we don't have $300,000. We don't have $400,000. We don't have $500,000. If we did, we wouldn't be here. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. It's like, ugh. But anyway, our real estate lady calls us early yesterday and says, hey, I found a house that I think you're really going to like. It's closer to my fiance's job. She's like, oh, you're really going to like it. It's a great house. I love it. She loves it. And you should really just come and take a look. Now, it's in Raleigh, which there's nothing really wrong with Raleigh. My fiance works in Raleigh. The comic book store's in Raleigh. So I was like, hey, which is about 20-ish minutes away from us. The problem is that there's certain parts of Raleigh that are pretty bad. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I really don't care. I've seen it, and good God. So this lady picks a spot that's actually in probably one of the craziest areas. I can't even remember what part of Raleigh it was, so I'm not going to really get into it and bore everybody. But let me just say one thing, and this is no offense to anybody, because I don't know anyone's situation, and you really don't know mine, so let's kind of get out of there. But this was like it was like almost like Queens. It was like a rundown, like, ghetto kind of area, and I didn't feel safe, and I'm usually pretty tough, where I'm like, I don't care, what are they gonna do, and I actually didn't feel safe, and I was like sitting there, I was looking at the real estate. We didn't even look inside the house yet, just the neighborhood. I'm like, no way. There was like a car that was like burnt, like on the side of the road, like 2 blocks over. There was like freaking it looked like a crack house. It was like all rotted with boards and everything. I'm like, oh my God. And like where the house was, like the neighbor across the street, Jesus Christ. And I looked at my fiance, I was like, I don't know about you, I was like, but this is kind of creepy. And she's like, I can only imagine what this place looks like at night. And I was like, oh man. And we went in the house, and the whole house was like falling apart. And I'm like, and I said to the real estate lady, I was like, this is the house you like? She's like, well, it's well in your price range. I'm like, lady, I was like, no way. No way. I was like, this looks like a crack house that was, had a raid in it, and that's pretty much what was left over. It was just horrible. But anyway, next week we're supposed to be going for like a major haul. Basically, we're going to be going to, I think, like 30-something houses, so I'm going to be drained. But I did get a package yesterday, and it's not too bad. It's very, very small. So this is actually probably going to be my last haul for a while. Not a while, until The Amazing Spider-Man #1 comes out and sent to me. Because the only things I have ordered from Midtown or anywhere is Amazing Spider-Man #1 and Amazing Spider-Man #1, the variant edition Black Cat, that comes out in like August or some crap like that, or June. I don't know. It's way in the future, and I'll be moved by then. So that's actually going to my mother-in-law's house. But that's pretty much it. That's like the last of my books. I didn't order Superior Spider-Man #31. I'm kicking myself because I kept thinking that 30 was the last one. And I don't know why, when I did know 31 was the last one. But then the comic store was like, oh no, it's just 30 is the last one. And then it's Amazing Spider-Man. Oh, okay. Apparently not. Apparently it's 31. So I didn't order it, and now it's a little too late to order it. But I also don't even have the money for it, so that's kind of a kick in the face. Like, I have every book except for now I'm gonna not have the last one. But what the hell? If I have to get it down the line and spend a fortune on it, so be it. That's what pisses me off the most. That's what I can't stand about, like I've mentioned in videos before. New issues, you don't pick them up, and then like friggin' like 2 months from now they're worth like thousands of dollars. You're like, great, now I can't read them, you know. But anyway, this is a very, very small haul. Like I said, it's only 2 books. They were cheap, and it was something that I liked, and I just thought it was kind of cool, and something different, I guess, would be the thing on there. But I got this. It's Itty Bitty Hellboy #1. It was only $1. I figured the hell with it. I'll give it a whirl because I don't have any real. I don't have any Hellboy books. I have his first appearance, but I don't have any actual Hellboy stuff. But this is actually not that bad. This is actually pretty good for the kids. Which at first I thought this was like just like a baby cover, like a baby variant cover, but actually isn't. It's actually like kind of like a kid book. Hellboy does like, he goes to a lemonade stand kind of thing, crunches walnuts. It's interesting, but it's actually not a bad book if you want kids to read it. There's nothing bad in here. It's all cartoonish kind of things, and it was only $1. And I got this one. This one I thought was actually pretty damn cool. It's interesting because I do have a lot of the Scarlet Spider, but I don't know a lot about him. But this is a book that I actually liked from the beginning so far. It's New Warriors #3, and it shows like the Scarlet Spider kind of gets like captured, and like he's using acid to melt through like this thing, and he can talk to spiders, which I didn't know. But it's a pretty damn good book. And that is my haul. Whoa, it's extravagant, I know. But New Warriors, honestly, I'm loving it. I think it's actually a good series, and hopefully things will turn around, and when we get everything kind of finally settled, which is like the worst part of everything, is just not knowing what the hell is going to happen. I mean, obviously it's the future, you're not supposed to know what's going to happen, but just not knowing what's going to happen with us, like in this whole like situation, because it just keeps like escalating. Like every time we think we're going to get ahead, we get slapped in the face and shot back, and it's really annoying, and it's frustrating. Not going to say it's not, but I feel extremely bad because my fiance, you could just see it, like it's just breaking her down, like piece by piece. She's so upset because like she always wanted to have a house. Me too. She wants certain things in the house, and even that we can't even seem to get. And I keep trying to tell her, I was like, there's got to be a reason, that we didn't get any of these things. There's got to be something. And I was like, and also you got to remember that whatever house we pick, we can always fix. We can always add something. Like if you want a wraparound porch, we can always add that down the line. When we have extra cash, we can put piece by piece. I was like, you got to keep looking at a house as not for just what it is, but what it could be. That's kind of my philosophy that I'm looking at. I don't know if that's like a whole mantra kind of thing for it, but I'm just looking at a house. I'm like, like the last one we liked. There were small rooms. I'm like, hey, you know what? Worst comes to worst, I can knock a wall down. You can make the room bigger. You can expand it out. You can do this. You can do that. Down the line, everything doesn't have to be right then and there. But which is she's starting to get. She's kind of like, all right, obviously, I can't have everything right then and there. We can't do this, we can't do that right now, but down the line we could. But it's just getting the damn house it's so frustrating because it's so annoying. Even my mother-in-law is future mother-in-law, which I'll just call my mother-in-law anyway. She's pissed. She's just like, I can't believe you went all this trouble, you went all these houses, and each one of them was already gone before you even got a chance to, put stuff in. Which is the plus side and downside of online. I mean, most of the time, we're competing now with people who never even see this house. They basically look online, oh, it's 120,000, it's 130,000, we'll take it. Here's the bid, we'll take it for what it is, or we'll give you this. And then you're walking to the house to see what it looks like because you want to live there, where these people don't even want to live there. They just want to buy it, fix it up if they have to, expand on it, and then sell it. And it's just, that's what you're competing with. You're not even competing with people that are going to move into the house. You're competing with people that are just looking to buy it and get rid of it. And that's what's really annoying. That's what's pissed me off to no end, is because, I mean, for us, like, we have to look at the house to see what it looks like inside. Because pictures are deceiving as hell. Half the houses we saw, the pictures look great. You look inside, it's like, wow, this is totally not what I expected. So that's the thing that's really more frustrating than anything else, is that we're basically competing with people who don't ever have any plans on living in there. They just want to get it and run like hell. But we'll see. We'll see. Next week it's gonna be a rough week. So I don't know if I'm gonna be making any videos. I still have my cave video. I was gonna redo it because I did put a couple more things up, but then I'm like, I'm just gonna leave it as is. There's not really that much of a difference. But I want to check it because it seems to be coming out really dark. So I don't know if it comes out too dark, I might have to redo it. But that'll probably be the next video I put up because I don't have any more hauls. Unless some absolutely great news shows up, then yeah, that'll be it until that video, and then I'll make videos about other stuff down the line, like tag team wrestling video or something like that, just to keep myself occupied. I guess that's kind of the thing. I'm trying to keep myself out of my own head, because the more I think about, like, next week is going to happen, you flip out. Like, you're just kind of like, oh my god, this is gotta, like all last week when we were going and getting prepared to go to see these houses, I'm like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? And you work yourself up to the point where you just almost make yourself sick. You're just like, oh my god. Can't do that because it's not helping anything. It's not gonna help, the cause or the future of us. It's not gonna do it. So, one other thing, I was laughing with my friend. I was like, you guys killing me because it's a horrible week. I lost the houses. Undertaker loses his streak. I was like, what the hell? But yeah, you gotta kind of keep an upbeat attitude as hard as it is. I mean, a lot of times, like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, this just sucks, because I'm looking around and I'm like, this obviously we're not going to stay here. We got till June, the end of June, and then we have to be out of here or we have to renew, which we honestly don't think we're going to be able to renew because it's too much money now. Because all these things happened at once. Like, my fiance's car broke down. We didn't think it was going to cost that much money to fix it, and it did. It was almost $2,000 to fix the damn thing. So she had to use her credit card on that, and now the credit card, because the high interest, it's friggin', it's insane. She paid half of it, and even the other half is just kicking us in the face. And the money we had saved is almost basically gone because of just food prices, gas prices, the rent, the bills, everything. And me not having a job does not help at all. That's for damn sure. And that's the other thing, it's just stressful how I've been going everywhere looking for job after job after job, and every single time it's always something. It's, well, your credit's bad, or you're too old, or you're too young, or you're too this, or you're too that. It's always something stupid. Oh, we're not hiring right now, or well, you just hired that guy. Oh, he was the last person. It's all about timing, really. That's what it really is. But it sucks when you're waiting, and you gotta wait and wait and wait. That's the worst. That is the worst. Just sitting there and like, oh, when's it gonna be my time, Lord? When's it gonna be my time? But we'll see. Hopefully I'll have better news down the line, but that will do it for my rambling. Thank you all for watching. I know it was kind of a crappy haul, but they're not bad books. Just not a lot. It's quality over quantity, I guess. But thank you all for watching. I do appreciate it. You know that. Please like, comment, subscribe, dislike, whatever, share, tell your friends about this, be like, hey, it's a good show. And of course, it's not the size of your cave that matters, it's what you have in it. Later.